Well, students, good evening to all of you. So, this is the first class of the B.Ed second year. So, guys, first of all, we understand what is in the course content, what in the B.Ed second year, right? So, as you see on the screen, in a B.Ed second year, you have the 4 theory papers and 7 practicals. Okay, have you got it? 4 theory papers and the 7 practicals as you see on the screen. I hope you must have copy and pen because you can note all the things. It is a second year. There are more practical and less theory work. Okay, this is the your you can say that your stage. You have to perform on this stage. That's why I'm telling you you should have copy and pen so that not even a single point should be missed. You have to note each and everything, right? In a second year you have the 4 theory papers and 7 practicals. Okay, guys. So first theory paper, these are the name of the theory papers. First is knowledge and curriculum. Second, assessment for learning. Third, creating an inclusive school. Fourth is health, physical, and yoga education. Okay. Knowledge and curriculum, same of 100 marks. 80 marks theory will come. Assessment for learning, same 100 marks, 3 hours, and 80 marks theory will come. And rest of the 2 papers, creating an inclusive school and health, physical, and yoga education, it is of 40 marks. Total 50 marks, 40 marks theory will come. Okay. And the time of this paper is 1.5 hours. Second again, last again is 1.5 hours, right? Starting 2 paper is of 3 hours, 100 marks, 80 marks theory will come. Rest of 2 papers, inclusive school and health, physical, and yoga educations are of the 50 marks, 40 marks theory will come. Okay. So these are the 4 theory paper will come in your exams. Okay. 3 hours of the 2 paper first and rest 1.5 hours. Now, this is a slide of the practicals, right? 4 theory papers you have understood. This is a 7 paper slide, right? So you should know name of these all the papers. Okay, this is your practical. These are the 4 EPC file as you see on this slide. EPC means enhancing professional capacities. Okay, you should know that. Examiner can ask from you. Okay, so these are the 4 paper, EPC 1, 2, 3, and 4. EPC 1 is reading and reflection on text. 2 is drama and art in education. Third is critical understanding of ICT. Fourth is understanding the self. Okay, पहले इन चारों को समझो. Okay, try to understand these 4 EPC files. First of all, these are the 50 marks each EPC one. Okay, so total are how many? 200 marks, right? This is your external final paper, but this is the practical. You do not have to write even a single word. What will happen? Examiner will ask the questions from each EPC file which you are making. Okay. Examiner will ask the questions related with EPC 1, reading and reflection on text, whatever you have written in the file. Okay. So when you are writing the file, you should learn also. Okay. Second is drama and art in education. Third, critical understanding of ICT. Fourth, understanding the self. You can make these 4 files on the drawing sheets or any other files. Okay. There is a no compulsion. You have to make particular on it, right? So, it depends on you. It depends on your creativity, how you make it. Okay. There is a no questions being asked, right, guys? You can make on the simple file. You can make on the drawing sheets. You can make on any of the file, right? So this is all about your EPC 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Next is we talk about pedagogy 1 and pedagogy 2. The file is 5, 5th, and 6th. Okay. 7th is a drawing file. Drawing file is again of 40 or 50 marks, right, guys? So we discuss the important files, which is Pedagogy 1 and pedagogy 2. Okay. First of all, see that. How many marks of a pedagogy 1? 175. I'm repeating 175 marks of pedagogy 1, and pedagogy 2 file is again 175 marks. 175 और 175 कितना हो गया? 350. So these two files belong to 350 marks. Guys, this is your second year, and trust me, this is the scoring year. Second year exams are the scoring exam. First year was all of theory. Okay, 7 paper was of the theory you have given. Paper 1, childhood and growing up, contemporary Indian education. थर्ड लर्निंग एंड टीचिंग, फोर्थ के दो पार्ट थे, हाँ, लैंग्वेज अक्रॉस करिकुलम, अंडरस्टैंडिंग डिसिप्लिन एंड सब्जेक्ट, फिफ्थ था जेंडर स्कूल एंड सोसाइटी, और सिक्स और सेवन योर पैडागोजी सब्जेक्ट्स. तो 7 सब्जेक्ट वाज द थियरी पेपर्स, राइट? बट नाउ मैक्सिमम पार्ट इज 70%, 80% marks, 80% part of B.Ed second year belongs to the practical. So you should have these 7 files. Okay, I hope you all have made it or you are making that, right? So these are the 7 files. And in the pedagogy file, what will happen? Okay, 4 you have understood. Examiner will take viva. Guys, I'm again telling you, you should have copy and pen so that you can note it, right? Because lot of things we have to note, right? Otherwise, you will forget. So that's why I have told you, you should have copy, registered and pen. You can note, because in so many lectures, I will give you a lot of lectures of B.Ed second year. Okay, I will cover your theory papers, all the 4 papers. These are the very simple. Okay, practical also I will help to you, right? But major part is your part. Now the stage is yours. First year mein what was happening? You were listening my lecture, huh? Right? But you were not responding. Am I right, na? So you responded in the exams only. But in the second year, okay, you can't say that. In the second year, you also have to respond, right? In the coming lectures, because this is the first lecture, I'm just, giving you the overview, and we'll take 1 or 2 lectures, right, along with this orientation lecture. But in a second year, I expect that you have to respond, right? So what you have to respond, I'm telling you, but you have to note it, right? So, okay. Now we understand what will happen in pedagogy 1 and pedagogy 2. Okay. 5 is clear to you. Huh? EPC 1 is clear to you. 2 is clear to you. 3, 4 and drawing file. Right? For EPC file, examiner will take the viva. He will ask the questions from your file. Right? He will see your file and will ask the questions. Right? Some 8 or 10 questions of each files. So you must you give the answer at least 60-70%. Right? And the drawing file, in a drawing file, what you have to do on the day of practical, you should have a 1 sheet, drawing sheets, 2 or 3 sheets, along with the colors, right? Colors you should have. So you have to make any of the image over there, right? In the drawing files. Okay. Now the major part is pedagogy 1 and pedagogy 2. What you have to do in pedagogy 1 and 2, please listen carefully. Next slide is going to tell you. ये देखिए. This is your work. Yes, right? This thing you have to do. Number 1, ये देखो, I have written in fact preparation by students in B.Ed second year. Right? I have already told you, na, the stage is yours. Second year is a, training work. This is a B.Ed, na. Actually, previous, the name was BT, Bachelor of Training. Guys, B.Ed hai kya cheez hai? B.Ed is a training. It is all about training. Okay, in a first year, you have done the theory work, but second year, you have to give training. You are going to become teacher. right? You should know how to make a lesson plan, how to deliver the lecture. Now you are not remain as a student. After some time, when you clear your second year exam, you will become a teacher. So who is a teacher? Teacher is a troubleshooter. Okay, now after becoming a teacher, after finishing a B.Ed, please make habit. Don't complain to any person. Provide solution. Right? If you have become the teacher, now this is your responsibility. Right? So you have to provide the solutions to the world, the society. Teacher is the torchbearer of society. Teacher must have knowledge. You have to update your knowledge. Okay. You do not have to, complain all the time and showing and telling the problem to any of the person. I was busy over there, here and there, right? So now you are going to become teacher. You should have a proper your timetable, right? You have to provide the solutions. You have to guide the students, guide the society, because after becoming a teacher, every person expects from you, right? So what you have to do under a pedagogy 1 and pedagogy 2, under a pedagogy 1 or pedagogy 2, you have to make a file of pedagogy 1 and 2. Okay, I will tell you later on some of the lessons plan you have to make. Okay, I will send you the sample copy. Don't worry. But on the day of practical, what you have to do, please see the number second point. Right? What you have to do, you have to make a one lesson of each your pedagogy subject. For example, you have SST and English. So one lesson you should have SST. It should be written. It should be handwritten. One lesson of SST, one lesson of English. Okay. It should be handwritten. Two copies you should have along with the teaching aid. Right? And along with you should have 4-month teaching certificates. Right? So, and you have to present the lecture over there. On the day of practical, what will happen? Student will over there of class 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th already. Right? You have to move to a particular class, see your timetable first, okay, in which room you have to go. You have to enter into the room and you have to start teaching to the student. So what will happen? The university person will come that particular college. They will be on round. They will check your lesson from the back. Okay. They will check your lesson and they have the list. They will mark your, okay, whatever the marks you have got. Right? Based upon your presentations. Remember, okay, 175 marks. It is a 175 marks. So it depends on yourself. Either you can take more than 90% marks or either you can take only 50-60% marks. Are you getting my point? Either you can take only 50-60, but either you can take also a 90% marks. Okay. So my all students get say more than 90% marks. Okay. If you follow to me, right guys? So first of all, you have come to know that this thing you have to do, right? On the practical. So 4 theory paper and 7 practical file is clear to you, right guys? I hope. So next we discuss the theory papers. Okay, in the next slide. So what are the theory paper? So there are the 4 theory papers. Okay, these are the 4 theory papers. The first theory paper is, it is a paper 8. ये देखो, it is written. है ना? 7 paper you have given in the first year. 8 paper is knowledge and curriculum. I have already shared this PPT with you. Okay, you can see this lecture on the YouTube later on, right? Knowledge and curriculum. The same, there are 4 units. Unit 1, you can see that knowledge basis of education. Unit 2, social basis of education. 3rd, curriculum development. 4th is a curriculum practice. Even curriculum development you have done in the teaching part, in the teaching subjects. Okay, if you remember. Okay, see, you are in the teaching, but the same curriculum is has come in your B.Ed first year. right? And the paper 9 is, or paper second is assessment for learning, right? So here we will discuss assessment and evaluation, different types of evaluations, okay, taxonomy, okay, and as well as the uh, unit third में assessment process and tool CCE, continuous and comprehensive evaluation, and fourth part is the statistics part, right? Sometimes what happens in the fourth part, you can see that of assessment for learning. Sometimes, numerical question comes. But anyhow, you will get the theory question also. But I will also train in the theory part also, right? It is a descriptive statistics, central measure of central tendency, mean, median, mode, right? Graphical representation, histogram, frequency curves, NPC. It is, these are the very important. I will give you the notes also, no need to worry. And I will give you the, practice. I will help you how to solve the questions. Okay, which questions comes numerical if you want to attempt. Okay. So, and grading, meaning, types and its uses. Even the theory part also come. Okay, two questions will come. Out of it, two, you have to attempt one. So it depends on yourself. If you are a good in the statistics, you can attempt the numerical also. If not, so you can go for the theory part. Okay, no problem. Right? And paper 10 is, or paper third is, it is of the 40 marks will come. Total is a 50, 40 marks theory will come. Inclusive education, right? So under this, we will discuss meaning, nature, about philosophy of inclusive education, models काफी important है इसमें, right? Models of inclusion, we will discuss barriers. Yeah, barriers to learning and participations. Act आ जाता होता है questions का. This is also important. I think इसके 2-3 acts हैं, but in your syllabus it is only one act. National Policy of a Person with Disabilities, Act 2006, right? You can see on this part, right? SSA है. Okay, you are already familiar with this. And Unit 2 में, under the Unit 2, inclusive practices in classroom, school readiness and support services, teacher competence, guidance and counseling, individual educational program. It is again a very simple. Okay, only two questions you have to attempt. And paper 11 or paper 4, huh? It is again of 1.5 marks, health, physical and yoga education. Again, it's a very easy. Unit 1, health, yoga, food and nutrition, safety and security, posture and physical fitness. Okay, we will also discuss each and every topic. Okay, no need to worry. So, okay, guys, theory part and practicals we have discussed. Okay, you can see this is your B.Ed second year. Am I right? For theory part, it is a just overview. Okay, in from the next class, we will discuss thoroughly each and everything. Okay, guys, this is only overview of the B.Ed second year. So this is your first class. Okay, go along with me. I will discuss each and everything, and I will prepare you how you have to perform in the practicals and get the very good marks, more than 80, 85 or 90% marks, right, guys? So, as we have already discussed, the most important is pedagogy 1 and pedagogy 2. Hana, you can see that 175 and 175. So under this, what you have to do, you have to make a lesson plan on the day of final practical exams. You should have a one lesson plan of each subject. Okay. So what we have to learn in B.Ed second year, first of all, you should know how to make a lesson plan. Am I right? Second, you should know how to deliver the lesson plan. Right? Delivery is another important thing because examiner will give you the marks based upon your deliverance, based upon your presentation. Got the students? So that's why I start my lecture in the second year with the lesson plan. Okay, because lessons plan are more important. They have the uh, heavy marks. Okay, lesson planning. What is a lesson planning? Lesson plan basically it is a plan of action. It includes working philosophy of a teacher. Please underline the each and every point. You can note that. What is lesson plan, guys? Right? Now you are going to become a teacher. I expect a lot of things from you. Okay. Every time you do not have to complain. Even you have to, thank to the God. right? You have got this chance to teach to the society, right? To give the light to the society. So what is a lesson plan? You are a teacher. Lesson plan is actually a plan of action. And this lesson plan, malab teacher, it includes the working philosophy of a teacher. Working philosophy. Rabindranath Tagore has said that, na, who is teacher? Teacher is a friend, philosopher, and guide. If you are a not good philosopher, how you can teach to the students good, right? So it includes the working philosophy of the teacher. Second is the most important, his information about the understanding of the learner. Guys, if you are teaching in the class, you have a 30, 40 students in front of you. You do not know about the 40 students, the mental level of the 40 students, attitude, aptitude, growth and development, IQ level, how they think, how they learn. If you do not know, how you can teach a good teaching, right? So you should have the knowledge of understanding of learner. You have done a paper one in a B.Ed first year, childhood and growing up. All the topics you are done. Individual difference you are done. Growth and development you are done. Right? So all the learning theories. Okay. Up, now the time is, to learn every day. You have to give your time to yourself at least 2 hours in a day. Okay, then guys, everything will be in your mind. Okay, otherwise, na, it will start fading from your mind. Okay, skills क्या होते हैं? Basically, skills na, it fades with time. So what you have to do that you have to revise it again. In fact, okay, even I will tell you, learn these all 7 subjects again. Okay, because this is your strength, na guys. You are going to become teacher. So his information about the understanding of the learner, his comprehension of the objectives of education, his knowledge of material to be taught. Well, you should be good in whatever you are going to taught also. His ability to use effective methods of education. ठीक है ना? क्या बात है, बहुत ही बढ़िया डेफिनेशंस है. और नेक्स्ट स्लाइड देखो, स्टीवेंसन क्या कहते हैं. Stevenson has said that to every teacher, I would say, prepare your lesson beforehand, but do not be slave to it. You have to prepare your lesson which you are going to deliver to the student, but you do not have to become slave of that particular lesson. Okay, you don't have to be resist, or you do not have to be, it should not be in your mind today you have to deliver this lesson. Okay, whether the students are interested, whether the students are ready to learn or not, but you are delivering because you have in the mind tomorrow might be you will be forgotten, right? So you have to go according to the student's level, right? Acha, next we discuss what are the need and importance of lesson plan. Number one, lesson plan builds confidence in the teacher. Number second, it prevents wastage of time and energy. If your lesson is not prepared, what you will say? You will talk here and there. You will, you know, pass the time. So what you are doing that you are wasting the time and energy. Third, lesson plan makes the teaching system organized. Fourth, it makes use of a teaching aids effectively. Number fifth is a very, very important. It stimulates the hidden learning power of the student. So guys, why I'm emphasizing on this topic? Because in the month of, on the practical day, the way you have to present over there, right? So based upon your presentation, examiner will give you the mark of each pedagogy subject. And I have already told you, each pedagogy subject having the 175 marks. Okay. So your lesson plan should be such that it should stimulate, arousing the hidden learning power of the student. Now, guys, in this year, try to learn how to manage the things by yourself. I'm your guide. I'm your teacher. I'm your facilitator. Right? I have to give you direction, but you have to, run on that particular path again in the future. Okay. And trust me, if you go according to me, you will get a very good job also. You will get very good lesson also, right? And the life will be smooth because there is a need of a good mentor when you do the B.Ed or M.Ed, right? B.Ed or M.Ed, number of a persons are doing that, okay? But without mentorship, they are doing, okay? So stimulates the hidden learning power of the student. Number 6, it makes effective use of a time management. देखो लेसन प्लान आपको it also teach you how to manage your time also, enhances the effect of teaching, gives clear directions to the teacher's daily work, recalling every step of syllabus or curriculum, or makes evaluation process easy, right? So yeah, all the notes I have already given to you. Even the first year we have discussed this topic also, right? Why we are discussing in the second year? Because in the second year, major part of the lesson plan will come and we have to present also. अब steps क्या हैं? What are the steps of the lesson plan? Because you have to make a lesson plan by yourself. What are the steps of lesson plan? हर्बर्ट एक हुए हैं educationist. So Herbert has given the 6 steps. So these steps are called the steps of a Herbartian lessons. तो मोस्टली हर्बर्शियन अप्रोच ही चलती है, ब्लूम की भी चलती है, ब्लूम टेक्सोनोमी भी आल्सो, राइट? सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द ब्लूम स्टेप्स यू कैन मेक द लेसन प्लान, बट हर्बर्शियन स्टेप्स is easy, and many students makes in the Herbartian steps. Bloom lesson plan is also very easy, right? But here we are discussing the Herbartian steps. Number 1 is introduction, yeah, preparation. Second is presentation, comparison. Fourth, generalization. Fifth, application. And sixth is a recapitulation. So whenever you have to prepare your lesson plan of, lessons plan is of a 35 minutes or a 40, you have to present in the class. So these 6 steps, it should be in your mind. Okay, so without going into details, ये देखो details में भी I have made the PPT, but I clear from these all the 6, right? So first is the introduction, the first step, guys, right? So what you have to do that in this step? In these steps, you have to prepare the lesson plan beforehand. For example, tomorrow you have to give the lessons to a class 6, 7th or 8th class, for example, any of the class. So one day before, what you have to do one day before? You have to prepare the lesson, right? So one day before, you have to think that tomorrow you are going to teach to the 9th class, right? 7th class, 8th class. What is the mental level of the student? What is the attitude, aptitude of the student? How to make your lesson plan effective? Okay. How to make your lesson plan easy so that it should be understood by the student. Okay. So these all the preparation you have to do under step 1, and you have to do one day before delivering a lesson. Got it? And this step is called the introductions, preparations, or motivation also, right? Now guys, this is the second step. What is the second step of the lesson plan? Second step is the presentation. Now what happens in this step? Now you have come into the class, you are discussing with the student face to face. This is the presentation. So under the presentation, you have to deliver the lesson to the student by interacting with the students, right? Third is a comparison. So whatever the lesson plan you have prepared, you have to teach by comparing, because once you compare the things, now students learn very effectively. Okay. For example, when you are giving the lesson and you don't know whether the student have understood or not. Always remember, your lesson plan is only useful when student grasp it fully. Okay. So whenever you have to deliver the lesson, you should keep in your mind, this should be understood by the student. This should be your aim. Got it? Generalization. Then उस lesson को अपने generalize करो. Okay. Second last, tell the application of that particular lesson. Okay. For example, you are a teacher of SST. So there is a lot of topics like transportation, right? Banking system in commerce, in a science, planets, right? So different topics. You can tell the application also particular topic. Or guys, this is the most important step of the last step. Sixth step is called the recapitulation. तो 5 मिनट क्या करना है लास्ट 5 मिनट you have to prepare some of the questions in order to see that whether your student have understood or not. Whatever the lessons you have prepared, you have to make some of the questions belong to that particular lesson, and at the end of the class you have to ask from the student. This is the evaluation process. Okay. So from that way, you have to make lesson plan. So over there in your practical exam, when you will teach to the student, the examiner will note each and everything. How you present your lecture, how you show the audio visual aid, whether you have done the recapitulations or not. Okay. So these all the steps will be calculated by the examiner. Based upon this thing, he will give you the marks. Got it? That's why we are discussing in detail. Okay, guys, I hope 6 steps is clear to you. Notes at PPT and I have already shared with you. है ना, ये मैंने आपको सारा समझा दिया. ठीक है, ये रिकैप्चुलेशंस में लास्ट आपको बनाना है. अब लास्ट characteristics of a good lesson plan. So what are the characteristics? Number 1, general and important objective should be cleared. Number 2, stimulate the hidden learning power of the student. Second point बहुत important है. Right? याद रखना, always keep in your mind, children are born genius. Not even a single child is weak on this planet. Okay? So stop blaming the student. Student is weak. Right? Your son is weak. Your daughter is weak. Children are weak. Child is weak. Stop blaming that. Children are born genius. Who is weak? Weak is always teacher. Right? Might be teacher does not know how to teach. Might be teacher doesn't know which method is used on that particular topic. Because there are so many methods. You are done in your paper 6 and 7th. Right? Lecture method, demonstration method, laboratory method, उसके बाद project method, direct method, bilingual method, interactive method, problem solving method. Right? So, one topic needs a discussion method and you are teaching with the lecture method and you are saying that student is not understanding. Actually, you don't know. You know how to teach with the discussion method. You don't know how to teach with the heuristic method. You don't know how to teach with the project method. Have you taught to the students with the project method? So, weak is teacher. Maybe teacher doesn't know the methods of teaching. Teachers doesn't know skills, various of skills. Skill of introducing the lesson, skill of explanation, skill of stimulus variation, skill of writing on the blackboard. Writing on the blackboard is also a skill, right? So might be the behavior of the teacher. There are so many reasons. All the reason belongs to the teacher, not the student. Okay. So whenever you have to go into the society, into the class, in your home also, even your daughters and son, okay, they are never ever weak, right? Who is weak? I have already told you. Okay, weak can be teacher, weak can be parents, weak can be elders, right? Teacher भी तो parent ही होता है ना. Okay. Third is good lesson plan should be in a written form. Fourth is subject, time, class, average age of the student should be mentioned. The lesson plan should be based on the previous knowledge. Number 5th, Six is based on interest, aptitudes, needs, capacities, and abilities of the student. That's why I have already told you. Many times I have told you. Guys, if you do not know the psychology of the student, children, you can't become as an effective teacher. Okay. So you have to know the subject first. Who is subject? Child is the subject. Maybe, listen the carefully. Maybe you are weak in English. कोई बात नहीं है. Doesn't matter. Maybe you are weak in the teaching learning methodology. Doesn't matter. Maybe you are weak in your teaching subject. Doesn't matter. Right? But if you have the capacity to understand the student, if you have the ability to understand the children, you are successful teacher. Got it? Number 7, important examples should be included in the lesson plan. And these things, guys, whatever today I'm teaching you now, these things are checked by the examiner on the time of when you will give the presentation. He will check that whether you are familiar with the student or not. आपने देखा ना, you have seen that many teachers dominate the class. Okay. So these all things are checked. Basically, when you teach over there na, on the lecture stand, your behavior reflects. Your behavior comes in front of every person. So teaching is all about, B.Ed is all about modifications of your behavior to improve your behavior. Okay. A teacher has to become a troubleshooter. Teacher never complain any of the thing. ये नहीं हुआ, वो नहीं हुआ, ऐसा नहीं हुआ. Teacher should manage each and everything by himself, by herself. Teacher is the torch bearer to the society. Do you know that? You are looking the developed country become developed because of the good teacher. Yes, research says that. Or in India, maybe we have lack of such teachers. Right? Just a lot of students, they are doing the B.Ed without mentorship. So 7, important example should be included in the lesson plan. Number 8, prevent irrelevant material to be taught. Number 9, proper provision of reviewing or recapitulations. है ना? We have discussed recapitulations. अब how to make lesson plan? अब सभी ने, guys, you know that you have to make a 2 teaching lessons plan in your practical. Am I right? Okay, you have pedagogy 1, pedagogy 2, SST and English. So you have to make a 1 lesson plan of English, 1 lesson plan of SST. If you have the science and math, 1 lesson plan of science, 1 lesson plan of maths. If you have the science and English, commerce, English, fine arts, any of the pedagogy subjects you have to make a 1 lesson plan. You have to write it. You have to check through me, and when I will clear it, okay, when I will tell you, okay, it is okay, now you can go that, then you have to practice at least 4 times, 5 times before the final exam. Okay. So now we are learning how to make a lesson plan. So even you have attended all the, teaching practice, you know that, but anyhow, I am, repeating. So how you have to make a lesson plan? So first of all, you have to write the PT roll number, subject, topic on the left hand side, and on the right hand side, you have to write the class, duration, and date. It should be on your fingertip, guys, right? PT roll number, subject, topic, और इसको याद कर लो, CDD, class, duration, date. फटाफट लिखना है वहां पर. You have to write very swiftly, right? ये नहीं मतलब you are putting a 5 minutes writing that PT roll number, subject, topic, class, duration, date. Okay, these things you do not have to do. You have to write it swiftly, and then, for example, what you have to write and what you do not have to write. You have to write your PT roll number, subject, class, duration, date, for example, but never ever write the topic. It was checked by the examiner. Once you write the topic, it means your 15-20 marks are be deducted by the examiner, because examiner know that you don't know how to the skill of teaching, skill of introducing the lesson, right? So what the skill of introducing the lessons tells us, we do not have to write the topic. We have to ask, first of all, we have to come into the class. Okay. We have to write this PT roll number, subject, class duration, date. If we have to interact with the student, we have to ask some of the questions. Based upon the questions, then we have to announce the topic. Okay. ये देखो, उसके बाद आपको टॉपिक अनाउंस करना है. फिर आपके जनरल एड्स, स्पेसिफिक एड्स, जनरल एम्स, स्पेसिफिक एम्स, पीके अज्यूम, पीके टेस्टिंग, मेथड और अनाउंसमेंट ऑफ द टॉपिक्स. ओके, तो दीज थिंग वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. ओके, जनरल एड्स में आपको पता है क्या होना चाहिए, स्पेसिफिक एड्स में, है ना, दीज ऑल थिंग्स वी हैव डिस्कस्ड. एंड नेक्स्ट वी हैव टू मेक अ राइट सब्जेक्ट मैटर, पीटी एक्टिविटी, प्यूपल एक्टिविटी, टीचिंग एड्स और बीबी समरी. ओके, इवन यू कैन यूज द 4 कॉलम आल्सो, right? And last may recapitulation and home assignment. Okay, guys. So in your teaching practice, you have learned it. Okay. Although I will also send you, okay, some of the lessons. So what you have to do, that you have to choose any of 2 teaching subjects. Okay. From this lecture, what you have learned it. Number 1, you have learned it. You have to make a 2 lessons plan basically, right? So you have to choose first. Okay. Otherwise, you know what will happen when uh, in a later. So what will happen? The same topic will come. So first you choose a lesson and you submit it in your respective colleges. This topic you are going to be teach. Okay. So sometimes, you know what happens in the later, what happens, there is a lot of rush, and you know same topic is chosen by many of the student. Okay, so it brings a negative effect on the examiner. So choose any of the topic and submit to your respective colleges, right guys, of particular lessons plan. Okay, ये फिर subject matter PT activity है ना, what you write in that, last recapitulations and home assignments. So thank you so much guys for this class. Once again, thanks to all of you.